conferences. And what you will see here is a very easy demo, so to speak, but we want to show some impact of the new software that we are designing. And what we can do with this kind of software is that we do a very easy multicast. This means from one source spreading information to a lot of devices. These are 120 tablets, and what we are simply doing is we are getting here the video feed, and the video feed is transported to the laptop, and there we do our software magic, where we do a little bit of coding, and then we send out over a very normal Wi-Fi access point. It costs 30 euro, nothing special. And what you see now here is a video from, you can see yourself, and if I move a little bit the camera up and down, then you see there's a little bit of delay, right? So if I just really do it quickly like this, check, check. Yeah, my Turkish is not too bad. So what you see here is the delay is large, but you see they do it all at the same time, right? So for the video that is nice, but later what we will do is we want to control cars on the streets. So we will stop the cars, and it doesn't matter if there's a little bit of delay, but they have to do it at the same time. So if not, there will be accidents. So this is a very easy way of looking how the software can be done, but this solution, as you can see it here, is now installed in a lot of football stadiums in the US. And that you're using it really for distributing video. But we don't have to stick to Wi-Fi only. Like this. You can test it out later, you can just pick it up, right? You can also use other technology. This is an Ericsson PlayStation. You only see the eNote B, so the antenna part. On the other side there's a whole Ericsson system. And we can distribute the same video if you want, also not only with Wi-Fi, we can do it with all of these machines. We are even using it for controlling and steering cars. There are a lot of other demos that we have. Some of them are also looking into the kind of storage and exchange. This is something where we try to investigate how the users can help each other, how you can cooperatively download information. And on these 4 devices you see what would happen if they all would ask the server for the information. And you see that then there's a nominal load of 100%. If the people would now not only get it from the server but also start to share information among them, the load for the server becomes less. So if you think about energy, CO2 emissions, that's quite good. But even for the quality on the devices, it's very good. If we now take the software that we used here in the exchange process here, you can see that we can even decrease the amount of load down to 49%. So it's only by software we can make the system better, which is also have an impact on CO2 and other things. Now, it's this kind of new coding technology that we're doing is not only for transportation of information, we also use it for storage. And then we have to look on the other side, where the server is. And this is now a running product that we have. So it's not only that we do innovation here, we also ask our students to do their own startups. And this is a product that was developed together with Deutsche Telekom. This is just a web browser, as you know, right? And I think you all know Dropbox, where you store your information. And what we are doing is we don't want to send our data only to Dropbox. We have now here one picture, and we have different forms of clouds. Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, OwnCloud, and 2 of the high drives. So what we're doing now is we start to encrypt and to code the data, the original data. Originally we have 5 pieces, but we can do 1 extra piece, right, for security. And now what it does is it will start to do the encoding, 1 extra piece, and start to send out the pieces to the different clouds. What you see is that we encoded the software, took us only a little bit of time, and now he's trying to get it back from different sources. So the nice thing is, while you are distributing to different places, the security is, the information is secure. Like you can see here, right? There's only 1 piece left, but nobody who is on the cloud and could look into your cloud can see it. only somebody who has access to all of the clouds, or in this case 5 out of 6, would be able to retrieve the information. Okay? And you can even try it out later. You just pick one of the pictures, you just distribute, and now you see how fast he's encoding, and this is really fast. The software that we have developed is in the browser and it takes less than a second. The uploading takes more time. And now, if you download, you see how quickly they come from different sites. You don't rely on one cloud, you can get it from different sites. And also here the decoding speed, this is important for us. This is very low, right? What is that on one side? Okay, so some other stuff down here we... Yeah. So there are other stuff that we're doing here. As I told you, here's a big hole currently because they are already sending it out to CeBIT, which is a German trade fair, and later to DATE, which is parallel, so we are missing some of the demonstrators. Over there, if you're interested, is dealing with virtualizing concepts, software-defined networks, and we are trying really to find a way how future networks look like. One of the aspects in 5G, what we want to reduce is the latency. So you know that you normally have a lot of data rate, and people talk about data rate, but we talk about latency. And latency is important if you want to control and steer cars, industry, robots, and so on. But it's also important latency of a network if you as a human being want to interact with a network. Okay? And what we are doing here is a very easy demonstration. We have some, you know, these virtual glasses, right? And then we have a camera here. And this camera is just processing information, gives it back, and we can now steer the delay of it. So what I need now is a person that would like to experience what latency is doing to us. Somebody? So you have to take this on. Stay here because there's a cable, right? There's one version even without cables, but we are giving out to Vodafone next week on the CeBIT. Can you see the ball?
Yeah.
Take the ball. Hold it. I have to show something. Okay, let's go. So we have now a latency. Open the arms like this, and I will throw the ball, and you catch it, right? So we are now adding a latency to his vision by exactly what LTE would give him today. Okay? Yeah? So you see, he cannot catch the ball again. He's too late, right? The latency of the network is not good enough. Now, I give him the latency of a future 5G network. It takes a while, okay. So we do it again. Here, take the ball. You can see it? Okay. And now you try to catch the ball again. And you see, he's catching it. But he's not catching it like this. He's catching a little bit like this. Because there's still a little bit of delay. And this delay is not because of the network, it's because the whole hardware is not ready yet for this low latency. And therefore, I think he has a latency around some milliseconds, and he's getting it a little bit too late, right? You want to try it again? One more time. Make me happy. Oops, no, my fault. My fault again.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Congratulations. So you can test it out if you want, right? You can even put some more